Step 1.
What shall we do?
Money reading. Does require you to win with an all-out attack though, so insta-kill won't help here.
Here we go.
Guess you must have drawn a coin card there.
What do you think?
Step 2. Hope they still let you go to Mementos on the night before the school trip.
Hey, we're all here.
Okay, this seems fine. Right, welcome back to Persona 5 Royal. Last time we made all that preparations before the school trip and got a whole lot of Mementos requests, and now, see, Morgana's on Futaba's lap again, I love that. Now, we're going to head into Mementos to do, well, that whole bunch of requests. But first, we need to view those requests.
Listen up.
So yeah, remember this one? This is from a while back. So this is the yandere at school.
Okay.
Listen up.
Atrocious land speculator. Okay, so that's who's muscling in Yongenjaya. Yeah, he did say that he might burn the place down.
I am in favor.
Very well.
Listen up.
And now the cheating gamer. Yes, let's lump him in with the arsonists. But yeah, he is,
Okay.
you know, being, yeah, basically ruining other people's enjoyment and actually causing them to lose money if it's an arcade game.
Very well.
Does Yusuke still give the rubbish mentality line in Royal? Because I feel like I should have seen it by now. Like, he would say, let us beat that rubbish mentality into submission, which, it's a bit of an awkward translation, but at the same time, it's just such a Yusuke line that it works.
Well,
There, yes, Okay, that was not planned at all, that was amazing. Just as I say it, there it is, yes, the line is well and truly still in Royal.
Okay.
Yeah, this guy I kind of feel like is just one of the most boring Mementos targets, because even though what he's doing is horrible, it just feels like pretty much like a lot of the Mementos targets assault people, so it's not like that really narrows it down. There we go! Yep, he does it twice.
listen up.
Because like this one to me feels like the same kind of person, just it's a little bit more standout because it's to animals. Oh, Yusuke didn't do 3 in a row. Oh boy, this one. A man who is making a fortune tellers suffer, and he's gonna make us suffer too.
Indeed.
Yeah, I do like how the party actually do know some of the Confidants, because it's implied that Joker talks about them.
Cannot overlook this.
It seems tough, but yes, we can accomplish this if you say we can, and if we have the thief masks. Yeah, if you don't have the thief mask, this is absolutely brutal, so I recommend buying them before heading in to fight this guy.
Listen up.
The Doctor and Yongenjaya, okay, so right, so this one is a very, very easy target because you're supposed to do this one much earlier, so yeah, he's gonna be a bit of a jerk.
I'm gonna make him pay.
Nice. Listen up.
And here we go, Hifumi Togo. So will Yusuke comment on this one? Because he's kind of like one of the only people here who actually knows her.
That's...
Very well.
Oh, he did comment that it was generic. It's kind of a shame.
Yep.
Okay, so that's all of them, right? So, yeah, we've got a lot of these, and... Debunking the Psychic, C rank my entire butt. This should be an S rank target. It is definitely way harder than it's supposed to be, but, well, I mean, I don't know if it's actually, I mean, given that he's sort of a cult leader, it makes sense that he's, really tough in the metaverse, but, yeah, I don't know if they accidentally made this a bit too hard for, like, its rank. Also, look at Long Futaba there. or not, but I mean, at least it makes it memorable. Like, sometimes, I think I've said this before, but sometimes, often, like, uncharacteristically hard bosses are actually quite memorable. Like, I kind of like it when a game has, like, that one boss, the one that, like, a whole lot of fans talk about online, and like, oh, this guy kicked my butt so many times. Or, like, an area, too. It just, again, it kind of adds to the memorability of things, so... Yeah, there are ways, as I've said, to prepare for this guy, though.
Has been confirmed in the depths. Updating guidance information.
So we should only have access to one new area since we've completed Futaba's palace. Actually though, did we go to the area that we unlocked after beating Kaneshiro? We probably didn't, so we might actually have 2 new areas to do.
It's gotten even bigger.
This happened because we stole another treasure, right?
I feel like it's gonna keep getting bigger and bigger.
Okay, so Futaba's on her phone. Does that mean she's about to comment?
I don't think Mementos' territorial expansion is caused by us stealing a treasure.
Okay, so this is what's unlocking after her palace, right?
I bet it's things like the number of searches for phantom thieves, the ranking of trending words.
So this place is the mercy of search algorithms!
And the access counter on Mishima's website and stuff. Even now, it's slowly expanding.
The more we become the topic of conversation, the more Mementos spreads?
I suppose that makes sense with the whole manifestation of cognition thing.
Maybe it's the other way around.
What do you mean?
We're the ones expanding it. Or perhaps Mementos grants further passage as we become more prevalent in the general public's cognition.
Like, getting free admission for being popular? That's rather well put. For real? That's amazing! Actually, you're amazing, Futaba. How'd you figure that out?
Piece of cake. I didn't know at all. What have I been doing?
So, I'm also glad that I'm doing this now because...
Time for work. The start is important, so let's focus.
Because the way Morgana acts there is always the same, but now it's really fitting given that we're right in Morgana's existential angst arc. But okay, we are... If we look at the map here... Yeah, we still have some targets in this area. So we'll need to take care of them. But first, I'm going to switch my outfits because we used the Persona 2 outfits last time, so we should be up to the Persona 1 outfits. And even Futaba gets the alternate costumes, even though you don't really get to see them unless you're in a safe room or... I mean, this is actually our first time going to the palace with Futaba, I just realized, so yeah, she has outfits, but you'll only get to see them in safe rooms or at entrances or the like. But yeah, you can talk to her here. And we'll also be getting Futaba's navigation finally, also Morgana's in the Trish outfit version 1. Now, in terms of our party setup, yeah, I suppose we can take the lower level people, and who needs the most experience out of all of you? Oh, that's actually fitting, Yusuke, and I can that gives me an opportunity to show off his concentrate. Charge. Same thing, different, you know, affinity. But okay then. Obviously, I should save before doing anything else, and then we'll go. I'm probably gonna end... Actually, no. Before I go in, I'm gonna do some fusing and try and just get rid of some of my fodder personas for Confidants. So I'll be right back after I've done this, because I don't want to just delete these personas for new insta-kill ones. Okay, let's get moving, as they would say in Sonic. So let's go here and see what's on this path, whether they're higher or lower. Preceding area, yeah, higher, okay then. Well, I might be able to show off the battle music for the Persona 1 outfits, though I kind of doubt it because everything here is obviously going to be in insta-kill range. Nothing. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep going until I get to the target. There's no reason to see these floors again. Okay, so it was in Chemda Area 2.
Analyzing the field.
And there is Futaba's Mementos scan. Now, as I've said before, this carries over to New Game Plus, which makes Mementos progress a lot faster there. But yeah, this maps out the entire floor, and you can then immediately skip to a higher or lower area because the stairs will be mapped out. But we don't want to do that here because we need to go for the target regardless, so let's go here. I am pretty much assuming this is going to be Bad Medicine. I remember Bad Medicine being located in this area specifically. Yeah, that looks like Oyamada. Also, Morgana being in the Trish outfit for this is actually pretty fitting, given that, yeah, Trish is your healing service in Persona 1 and 2. You have to pay her money and she heals you. Basically like Elizabeth in Persona Q.
What a jerk!
Yeah.
Okay then, let's do this. Terribly, no thanks to you.
I'll never forgive you.
That's pretty much your diagnosis right now. Yeah, like, if you die in the metaverse, I kind of wonder how things work out like that. But yeah, I remember this guy turning to Thoth. So as I said, he's probably going to end up being a joke, because you're expected to do this mission a lot earlier than this, given that Takemi's a very early confidant. Okay, according to my research, basically, to quote Magic School Bus, this guy doesn't have a weakness, so... Right, who am I on right now? Okay, I've got Mitra, it's been a while since I actually fought something. So maybe I could actually try and make use of my, shock boost setup. Oh, he resists that. I could try Morgana's freeze gun, though. Okay, do not get any freeze at all with that. And Yusuke's got a burn gun. The gun itself looks pretty solid, though, but I promised that I'd show off charge.
I feel it.
So just like party members have unique voice clips for using, yeah, that doesn't do much at all, for using Taunting Aura, they also have unique voice clips for, using Charge and Concentrate. Okay, so Sleep works on you. So I suppose I could get you with a... I can try and tech you with this Baton Pass to Yusuke and get a Charge Baton Pass boosted hit, though it is incredibly satisfying to beat these bosses with an all-out attack. In fact, it will give you more money, so technically that's the best option, but I just want to show a Charge boosted Baton Pass boosted Rising Slash because this is hilarious. I was expecting over 1,000. I was not expecting that much over 1,000. 5.5 times over 1,000 to be exact. Well, not exact, but pretty close. Okay, there's also the Persona 1 victory theme. I like the Persona 1 victory theme. I'm not as big of a fan of the Persona 1 battle theme, though. They're actually all from the PSP version of Persona 1, which has a different soundtrack, more in line with later Persona games. But anyway, I have to stop giving random tangents now, because this is actually important. Yeah, that's what always happens when, people, use their connections to get promoted. It sadly happens a lot, but sometimes it means that people who aren't actually qualified enough get these positions, and then they don't know what to do once they're in those positions. So basically, you were just jealous. Yep, as you're saying. Huh? Okay then. So it was a cover-up to save your reputation, but, do you realize just how badly that hurt Takemi, though, knowing that the patient that she worked to save her whole life seemingly died? But I guess this change of heart might mean there's still hope for her. And we get a Mediarama skill card out of that, which is kind of cool. And that lets us progress in that Confidants. I still love the name of this one, Bad Medicine.
Well then.
So, there is one target left in this area, but you know what? I actually think it's going to be faster to go back to the entrance and then go to the safe room, because obviously, the target will be a little further down. So the thing is that, actually, I wonder if it's at the end. Is it at the end?
Oh.
It is. Good, I was right. Oh boy, it's the Yandere. Okay, so who do I bring for this?
Okay, let's go.
Okay, so I'm gonna bring, I'm gonna just swap out Yusuke for Ryuji because, he commented, and, I kinda wanna use this setup. The three of us are the closest to Shujin. I suppose Makoto has a say in this too, but, so I want to let the more, I don't know, mundane students handle this one. I'm bringing Morgana here just because, he needs to look at an example of what not to become regarding Arn. And this is basically how I headcanon the Queen of Kevers in Xenoblade Chronicles 3.
What did you say?
What was that?
Meanwhile, Morgana took no offense to being called funny looking. So this request is actually kind of oh, now he did, okay. Yeah, the characters keep making me eat my words here, but this is an important request, and we'll see why once we finish it. Not sure he'd really be interested in a demonic teddy bear with skulls coming out of its stomach, though.
The opponent is strong. Don't do
So this persona is actually Bugs, based on the bugbear from Folklore, and it's one that doesn't actually show up in very many SMT games, not even spin-offs. So it's kind of cool that it's come back for 5. Okay, so this one apparently isn't weak to anything either, so I can probably just go to town with other stuff. I'd like to actually get Shock for once. Yeah, the low ammo that Morgana has on the slingshot maybe isn't the greatest for Freeze. Speaking of low ammo in Freeze, though. Yeah, maybe Ryuji's not a great fit for it either. Let's see if I can just get the standard Dorminer combo on. Oh yeah, you're immune to that, okay. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. Right, so... in that case, let's just... do I have Rakunda on anything good? I have it on some things, but I'm not sure if I have it on, like, anything really good. In that case, I'll just go ahead and use Charge.
There.
I haven't played Persona 1, but these outfits look kinda alright, I guess. They're not my favorite as far as the outfits go. Oh yeah, I have Ring of Lust on Morgana, because, yeah, let's buff the charged one. This is one of the weaker Will Seed accessories, but it's still pretty solid. Oh, okay, Stagnant Air combined with Brainwash physical attacks, yes, kind of on brand for a Yandere, I would say. Low chance to forget, medium chance to forget. I just really want to see if I can shock you. And I did good, okay. So, Arn's not really going to do anything right now. I suppose she can just debuff. Oh yeah, she has her upgraded persona now. Haven't really been able to show that before. I don't like the fact that I'm not going to be able to get the boost out of Rising Slash here, but it's still charged, it's still technical. Let's do this. And now, we are going to use the all-out attack. For that sweet money bonus. So that should be kicking in right now.
I leveled up.
Now I'm even more charming.
Just after we got a skill card for that too. I don't know why the victory theme turned into this, though. This sounds more like a boss theme than a victory theme. Like, that sounds a lot like a boss theme to me.
What have I done?
Yeah. Once again, the dialogue options give you the choice to play Joker as kind of a jerk, so let's not do that. But, I mean... And, you know, if he rejects you, don't go insane and try to murder him, because that's not how you get somebody to like you.
Well,
It's kind of interesting that this game has a Mementos target that is explicitly portraying being a yandere as a bad thing, given just how often it's fetishized in modern Japanese media, so I suppose that's actually kind of a point in the favor of, like, the Mementos targets. Like, for the most part, I'm not a huge fan of the Mementos targets. I think they're kind of, like, just kind of cartoonishly evil, and not in a good way like Kamoshida, but, anyway, the sticky hairball. If you don't get this, you can't fuse bugs, and I used to think that these Mementos missions at the end of each floor were required. They're actually not, from what I've heard. And also, something very interesting happens in Royal if you don't do them. But we're not going to really be able to see why, and like, I'm not going to really be able to fully talk about what exactly happens until way later, because that's the third semester. They get moved, basically, in Mementos. I'm not really sure why that happens. But, yeah, it is apparently possible to, like, I've never done a playthrough that doesn't do all requests, so I don't actually know what happens if you skip that one, but I do know that you do need, that in order to, fuse bugs. I guess I can bring Makoto here. Because if we go to the Mementos overview, yeah, we have more targets in the next 2 areas, so, you know what? I think we should press on and on and on. I'm not going to misattribute that quote this time. Welcome to Greenland, the path of Kaitul. It was always one of my favorite Mementos area names. So Kaitul is a distortion of a Hebrew word that means sinfulness or ugliness. Its opposite is Hod, which means victory or majesty, which is absolutely not what Hod means in the other, Cliffoff, Sephiroth naming scheme game that I played, Tales of the Abyss. Yeah, Hod is a very bad thing in Tales of the Abyss. Oh wow, already a target. And already a Memento search. But yeah, she will tell you where the stamps are as well, which is pretty cool. But yeah, you don't want to skip the floor if you're going for all stamps, obviously. But yeah, I'll just say... Oh, you're actually not, insta-killable. Oh, I'm glad I got to do this! Oh, and we're getting the tutorial on shadow factorization, which is kind of pointless. But yeah, you'll be able to see which attacked and null, repelled, and drained, only if you already know the enemy's affinities, though. And it won't work on these guys, because I don't think I've fused this thing before. Gathering Devil. So we'll find out what this thing is in a moment. In fact, I kind of want to look up its weakness, because I need to recruit this. I haven't fused it before. It's weak to Bless. Okay, then.
let's go.
Oh, this could probably instantly kill it, though. Oh, just barely not. That works out very well. Now I'm kind of wishing this was Digital Devil Saga, where, Hammer-based skills are always percentage-based.
It looks so shy. Please be extra nice.
So now, Futaba's going to be giving the hints on negotiation here. Well, I mean, we are actually cosplaying. We're cosplaying as Persona 1 characters. Also, Joker's hand is clipping through his coat. So, nice answers. I'm actually busy. Obviously, that's wrong. Just bored out of your mind. Yeah, see, Timid Shadows like nice answers. Yeah, I had a feeling that wouldn't be considered that, but it's okay. The first one's just a warm-up. This battle between us is going to go down in history. What are you going to tell your kids about this? It was a hard-fought battle. It was an easy win. I'll forget it happened. I don't think I've actually seen this one before, huh? Like, I don't know if this is considered nice, though. This maybe not. Because it's timid, though, so... Yeah, I had a feeling that was wrong. If I get to a high enough level to insta-kill these things, though, I'll be able to recruit them easily.
Just like I thought.
But yeah, basically, that's Coronzon, a very obvious palette swap of Legion. It's kind of weird that palette swap enemies are in this game. You'd think that such a big budget game with a whole lot of like fancy graphics would have no need for palette swaps, but they're still using Coronzon. I like though that it has slightly different like model animations though. Like it's floating in the I mean Legion floats in the air too, but it does look a little different, and like the poses that it does and its animations are a little bit different as well. So it does kind of distinguish itself a little bit and isn't quite a palette swap. It's still a little weird though. Some people also, yeah, like think that about Tamlin and Kuhulan, who are also palette swaps. Kuhulan in this game is way higher level than Tamlin though, so I kind of appreciate that Tamlin is in this game. Like, some people were like questioning why I like Tamlin's design, and they're like, it's literally just Kuhulan but green. But like, I think it's just, I just have a soft spot for Tamlin because of how kind of busted he is in Persona Q. He's generally one of the easiest access you have to,
But...
This isn't the cat guy, is he? Oh, he is! Okay, Morgana's definitely going in this battle. And I'm gonna bring Yusuke because I want to do a charge attack right in this guy's face. He deserves it. But we can probably take, Makoto. Actually, no, I'm going to bring Ryuji because I want the chance of Raging Temper activating. But yeah, so, like, he's one of your earliest accesses, Tamlin, to, Myriad Arrows in, Persona Q, and Myriad Arrows is extremely broken in that game. I do not have any words for this guy.
Unbelievable.
Well, currently a cat and fairy monster. Also fitting that he turns into this horrifying abomination. This is the one time when, for Morgana, it's okay to admit he's a cat. For good reason. Oh yes, this again. That's it. We must avenge all the cats in the city. Let's do this. Please tell me you have a weakness. Aha! Except he's weak to fire, so, and I don't have arm there, so not exactly the best. I don't think I have anything good that uses fire either, which is a problem.
Hold on. Persona! Zatanta!
And I do think I have some fire attack items.
Here he comes.
Oh, yet another stagnant air user, huh? Okay then. This guy is not worthy of the come at me clown shoes thing. Yeah, here we go. I have fire Magatamas, Molotov cocktails. Yeah, let's hit you with a fire. Okay, actually, yeah, I want to just because I want to do the Thermopylae thing. Just because he deserves it.
Sure.
So, okay then. Mitra, Thermopylae. They had so many names throughout the various spin-offs, because I said before that, like, there was one game that mistakenly called it Mithras, which it is absolutely not Mithras. We've actually seen Mithras before, but also it's been called Mithra and Mitra. It's actually who Mithra and Xenoblade is named after. Oh, I talked over Ryuji's epic yell of Seiten Taisei. I love that. It's just one of my favorite attack calls in this game. So I am currently charged. You know what? I could just use Rebellion just because why not? Probably should use that on Yusuke as well. I feel like Rebellion is just not as useful in this game as it is in the other games. Oh, nice reflect. Guess that gives you a taste of your own violence then. That you know how your victims feel. Aha, I was hoping that would happen. Okay then, we got charge up, we got critical up. I like how there's that like little extra arrow for critical up. Rising slash time. Okay, over 1,000, but not quite over, yeah, you charge, so let's hit you with another rising slash. And there we go. So I do want to be a little careful here because I don't want to be too over-leveled going into the next palace.
What the hell?
I mean, it is kind of considered one of the harder palaces in the game, so maybe that's a good thing, but I don't want the early portion of that palace to feel too easy. Just want to choose this. Yeah, of all the minor Mementos targets, this guy must feel really bad after we steal the treasure, because, like, he must just suddenly feel the weight of, like, suddenly feeling remorse all of a sudden for, like, killing that many animals. Just, yeah. I don't even, like, want to even just... I can't even begin to even think about just what goes through the mind of animal abusers. It's just... Anyway, okay. Blood Scimitar, Medium Despair. It's probably better than reduced curse damage, although admittedly the reduced curse damage actually did help me back in Futaba's palace. I never thought that it would, but it actually did. So that's pretty cool. I was using Makoto a bit before. Target is close. And yeah, now, actually no, now we can't skip this floor because I need to grab that stamp on my way out. Oh wow, that's a lot of things here, and I'm pretty sure they must all be Coronzons because they're all blue. Oh yeah, I didn't actually get to mention this earlier, but Coronzon is a Mementos exclusive enemy. So there are a few shadows that are Mementos exclusive. And well, obviously this is one of them. Slime is also a Mementos exclusive enemy. Okay, so will I have better luck this time?
Shy Shadow. Say something kind to make it feel at ease.
Cringy mask. Sure is, shut up, I'm secretly a kid. Well, I mean, some people consider 16-year-olds still kids. Okay, that didn't work. Oh, this one. It's just you, it's coming from you. I smell a lie. Ha, there's two ways to say that it's you. Oh, I'm not good at these. But it seems like there are a few of these out there. So maybe third time's the charm.
Okay. I can feel it. The platform.
I haven't actually had any Memento skits so far, which is kind of weird. You'd think I would have got one, at least one by now, but yeah, there's 20 of them here. As I said, the number of stamps in Mementos areas greatly accelerates as you go further in, and we have a whole other area to do too. Because this area is like the Kaneshiro's Palace area. So, okay then, we don't actually have... Of course, now is the point where Memento Scan would actually be useful, except it would make us skip stamps, so maybe not, and we're not getting it. There's usually only 2 stamps per floor. There's one randomized one and one at the end of the floor. Dead end there.
Focus.
Oh, that's a green one. Well, at least we get to hear more of this battle theme, which some people call, live-in Bolan memory. It's supposed to be live in buried memory, and I think it's the same singer who does Persona 3's OST. It doesn't sound like Persona 4's singer, because I know that like all of the singers for like Persona 3, 4, 5, and 3 Portable, who's apparently a different singer to the others,
Was really weak.
are all in Persona Q2 for the main like hub theme cinematic tale. Let me just check how much money I have already. Yeah, already almost back up to 100,000. Also, yeah, Orobas, this is definitely the Kaneshiro's Palace version of Mementos.
Yo.
So So let's grab this and head out. I will get Coronzon eventually. I think Coronzon's like an Alistair Crowley thing. I know that... I'm very thankful that Master Therion isn't in this game because, I would say look it up if you want to see it, but I should warn you, Master Therion is almost as not safe for work as Mara. That one also, I believe, is an Alistair Crowley thing. I kind of feel like the real Crowley wasn't nearly the, I can only say sex-obsessed pervert that Shin Megami Tensei portrays him as, but, yeah. He's in, like, I think SMT2 or something, and he's weird in that game. But yeah, Master Therion, absolutely not safe for work. Don't look that up at work, please. I am not responsible for the consequences of that happening, if you do. But okay then, who we got next? Oh no! It's him already! Oh, it's him already. Okay. So, I do know for a fact that he is weak to Bless and Ice. So, I want Yusuke here. Also, that's a great line from Makoto. And I absolutely want Makoto for this. Does she actually have Energy Shower? She does, yes. Because this is cures fear, confused, brainwash. You need brainwash curing as well. The other thing, though, is... you kind of need to be here for the long haul on this, and in fact, I should probably take Morgana as well, because this guy hits very hard. Also, any kind of resistance to Psy attacks is good. Does Joker have any Psy weaknesses on his personas? Because if he does, that's a problem. Also, I haven't actually shown Futaba's stats in the menu, but... right now, now is not the time, because I have to do this. I must equip the Thief Mask on as many people as possible. But especially Makoto. She needs that Thief Mask so she can cure everybody else of Brainwash. Yeah, Joker should probably take the Thief Mask too. So one of us is not going to have a Thief Mask, and I guess that's going to be Morgana. Or I could bring, okay, right. So I'm going to need to heal a little bit here. I could bring Ryuji for the boosted physical damage with Raging Temper. Oh, Joker's SP is already running kind of low. I guess Thermopylae will do that to you. But thankfully, I have like a bajillion drinks. So let's go ahead and chug some of these. And now my drinks are even, finally. Oh, and let's chug a Soul Drop as well while I'm at it. Okay, so as long as you equip the Thief Masks, this shouldn't be that bad, but the Thief Mask is ridiculously helpful for this. Again, also, Bless and Ice are what you will need here. We know that life will change.
Yeah.
But didn't she find out the Holy Stones are actually only one part of her operation? Oh, no response to that, he's just transforming. And, yeah. You are totally a benevolent religious leader transforming into that. I think that thing Baphomet is actually based on, like, something the Knights Templar were accused of worshipping.
Payback time, kid.
But okay then, this guy!
The opponent is strong. Don't do anything.
So, this guy is just like that, Arahabaki mini-boss back in, Madarame's Palace. It likes to brainwash you and then hit you with massive technical damage with Psy. It also has ridiculously powerful curse attacks, and has a massive crap ton of health and is very durable as well. So this guy is bad in all sorts of ways. In general, one of the absolute worst Mementos bosses in this game.
Joker, you missed.
Oh, great. And this is why. So thankfully I have the Thief Masks, and I also have this. So the funny thing is, I have my footage from my first ever playthrough, where I... You know what, I'm just gonna show this. I'm pretty sure he's immune. Yeah, he's immune to status, because of course he is. Yeah. He's not immune to Lucky Punch criticals, I believe, though. As you can see right here.
Not bad, Mona.
I should probably take this time to Thermopylae. I mean, it does feel like kind of a waste of a baton pass to use it on a buff rather than an attack, since it won't actually boost, like, won't actually reduce the cost of the buff or do anything like that. But I still think that, like, it's kind of, I still personally like it, because it's like you gotta really think about whether you use your baton path on an attack or on, that thing. It's definitely better than, say, the first Royal DLC persona, which has an even better version of essentially Thermopylae that does not require any additional conditions. It's cheaper and it also heals. So yeah, that sucks. Also, I just realized, why do I have Morgana here? I have Makoto for healing, and she's not really going to be doing much damage to this thing anyway because she doesn't have its weakness, so I don't even know why I brought Morgana, but I guess Lucky Punch is kind of fine. So, okay then. I don't want to use up my charge. But yeah, as you can see, this guy is incredibly durable. So we're going to be here a while. That's why I'm bringing Yusuke for Concentrate and Baton Pass boosted attacks. And I'll charge and Baton Pass second time I made that mistake. But yeah, you really want to be hammering in this guy with as much damage as physically possible, and I'm going to put my charge back up just because I really want to be done with this fight quickly. Because as you can see there, even with immunity to Brainwash, Air on is still incredibly painful. Yes, I am. I'm very scared by this fight. This fight is absolutely insane. Do I have I do have those disinfectant sprays, right? Yeah, here we go, cleaning spray. Let's debuff your defense. This fight is one of the best uses of that, and in fact, you know what I'm going to do now? I'm going to actually use an ice item with Morgana, just so I can get a Baton Pass boosted hit off on Yusuke. So, if I make this fight look easy, it's entirely because I'm getting my brutal revenge on this guy, because yeah, anybody who's played this game blind knows how bad this guy is. He is by far...
Pumped up. Let's do this.
With beauty and grace.
And this is the perfect way to finish it.
Let's go.
I'll have the usual.
Of course.
What a
I pour
master!
my soul into this bowl.
Now that's what I'm talking about. I'm trying to eat here. Order up.
Yes. So good.
Every single line in that is pure gold. So, yeah, this guy. Yeah, I got interrupted, but what I was saying earlier is that in my video that I uploaded of my first ever attempt at this fight, I got Harisen recovery in the thumbnail, and I think that was just the perfect summary of how this fight usually goes. Okay, that's a well-deserved level up on most people.
Check out this new
Oh, leg break. Yeah, I don't really like this. Although, honestly, Headbutt is just a better version of Memory Blow, so I may as well get rid of Memory Blow. No, only you had a new skill. Huh, you were a country bumpkin just like Jahia. Who would have thought? And you also got scammed. This is actually, as much as this guy is horrible, this is a good point though. There are a lot of people who will shame people who fall for scams and say like, how could you fall for a scam? It's so obvious, but you can't just, like, you know, there are a lot of people who, you know, don't, you know about all those warning signs, and getting scammed is still awful. You shouldn't blame the victim for it. And so you did exactly the same thing that happened to you to many other people. Like, you do realize that Chihaya, you just put Chihaya through literally the same experience you had first coming to the city. Yes, you are very dumb. Thankfully, this story with Fukurai did not end as badly as his real-life namesake did. Chi-chan is a pretty intimate nickname, though, which kind of makes me wonder about what's going on between those two. Yeah. But hopefully we've taken down that cult. No more Shurapipis today. No more saying Munansho to everyone, and that side quest in Yakuza 0 is amazing.
Right.
Still 3 more targets though, but of course after that guy, anything is gonna feel like a breather. Speaking of a breather, let's give these people a breather. Let's put Arn back in, I guess. And I guess now we can show Futaba's stats. Yeah, this is also the reason why they changed Futaba's nickname, codename from Navi to Oracle, because it already says Navi, so it would say Navi. So it's a bit redundant there. But yeah, here's her persona. Currently doesn't really have anything other than regular old analysis. Yeah, I didn't mention its original name of Al-Azif in the bio, and there was actually a reason why I didn't, but I'll just leave it at that for now. Oh, hi there. Are you a nut? Nope, you're not another Coronzon. I'll get a Coronzon eventually, but for now, we're going to be doing a massive victory lap after beating the chairman, because, yeah, like, it's one of those fights that, yeah, like, I very over-prepared for that and made it look easy, but that is... I keep saying it, but it cannot be stressed enough. That is, in my opinion, the hardest Mementos fight in the entire game.
Train platform.
And I also cannot stress enough how much I recommend the Thief Mask for that, although now I need to take off the Thief Mask. Like, I mean, nulling Brainwash, like, if of all the status ailments to spend an accessory slot nullifying, Brainwash is definitely up there. Brainwash is a very, very bad status. Alright, you have the Atom Necklace for New Camp. I really should be making as much use of those as possible, because eventually the party members will learn the AMP skills, and then those will be useless. But yeah, like that really helps having Null Brainwash. As long as it's on Makoto, you're usually fine, because she can just Energy Shower and cure everyone else. Having Hurricane Recovery on as many people as possible is also very, very helpful. Also, yeah, Fuki showing up as a regular enemy, that, like, yeah, that's actually technically a Mementos exclusive enemy, because while they do appear in Kanashiro's palace, they are mini-bosses that you can't negotiate with, even though they do have the same affinities as they do when they're regular enemies.
Oh.
I mean, they're effectively regular enemies in mini-boss clothing, because they're still, you know, they're still treated fairly weakly in those fights, but... actually, you know what, I'll take that Exorcism Water.
Shopping is always so fun. It's a great stress reliever.
Oh, is it that retail therapy stuff?
Yeah, I've got to be careful with that retail therapy, otherwise you'll end up with, like me, and barely able to afford stuff.
Rare one? Don't let it get upset.
Hi there, Queen's Necklace. Do I have anything psi-shaped? Oh, I have you. I really don't want to be left equipping you against something dangerous, but all I need to do is knock you down once, and then I get you. And now I have 2 treasure demons, but you cannot fuse 2 treasure demons together. Yeah, because that just doesn't result in anything. I know that in some of the mainline games, fusing 2 element demons together results in some interesting things. In some of them it results in a Mitama, and Mitamas do weird things in mainline. Sometimes, in some of the games, Mitamas, don't actually change, like how they work in Devil Survivor is really interesting, but I suppose that's irrelevant to this game. Yeah, they basically fuse the demon into the same demon. So, like, for example, if you use a Mitama on Thor, it's basically like fusing Thor into another Thor. And what this benefit is that you get to just, like, change their skills up if you want to. And also, they get a few stats added because of the Mitama fusion. So it's kind of interesting. I think in Nocturne, Mitamas kind of work like that. They sort of, like, act like an add-on that adds some stats to whatever they're fused into. Okay, yet another target. And hi there, Futaba. Aha, I had a feeling there'd be a second stamp here. I think I'll continue until I find a safe room, even though this has run kind of long, just because I wanna do that. Just if I feel like that makes the best cutting point. Haven't actually seen Jose so far. Also, I press X instead of the dash button because I actually meant to insta kill you. Oh, but hey, this is perfect timing though. Because this is going to be showing off Yeah, these things appearing as regular enemies. They were only mini-bosses previously.
That's one
Oh yeah, Joker does have Nuke, because he has, Oh, I actually have Nuke in multiple different ways. I don't know why it didn't say weak, though, when I was baton passing to him. You know what? Oh, I haven't actually seen this activate before.
Very generous.
Ida 10 or Fuda, that's pretty cool. And I believe that you can do better than that, only stacks with Give Me the Goods in Royal.
Not bad. Not bad.
So those are Master Kukaja items, so having a lot of them is good. I probably could have kept exploiting him. But I'm glad I did this, because we get to see this! Yes, that does indeed say get good.
Okay.
Which I think is actually a Dark Souls meme. But it's been applied to a lot of sort of difficult games, but yeah. Kind of makes sense that Futaba would reference that even in canon. But yeah, that is Explosive Scheme. That's actually the trait of Futaba's Persona in Royal, but it's effectively just a chance of, like, a stronger all-out attack. If it activates, it always kills all enemies, and then it restores 25% of all allies' maximum HP. So, yeah, it's mostly, though, for the cool animation. Because I find that all-out attacks usually kill all enemies in this game anyway, so it's often not, like, a massive upgrade on them. Okay, which one are you?
Oh.
I've noticed that the characters, like, battle poses do look a little weird. Like, Ryuji especially, his arm looks very stiff in this outfit, because it's designed for, like, the animation is designed for their normal outfits. Naguri. Is this the generic assaulting guy? Yeah, it is, okay. This guy's actually quite an interesting fight overall.
Okay, let's go.
It has kind of a funny gimmick to it, and for that reason... Let me just make sure that I'm remembering the gimmick right. Okay, I do have it right. So in this case, it doesn't really matter who we're using here, but I might want to swap you out for Makoto just so that I have increased chances of ailments, because this guy has no weaknesses.
Sorry.
Well, I mean, you're famous, but only because you beat people. Yeah, that's how to solve this. Like, I will say that Japan legitimately does have an aging population problem, but I don't think anyone's considered solving it like this way. And really, I feel like the majority of people in Japan aren't considering solving it the right way, because I think the actual reason why it exists is because they don't actually admit enough immigrants or foreigners, so naturally their existing population just gets old, and yeah, they're trying to encourage young people to have more babies, and I think that's, in my opinion, that's kind of why there's been such an increase in games with romance mechanics lately. I don't think it's just to ape on Persona's success. I think it's actually because they really want to encourage young people to have babies, but... Okay, that's weird. But anyway, this guy...
The opponent is strong. Don't do anything reckless.
His gimmick is that he has an enormous amount of HP, but basically no defense. So I think it's supposed to be a whole take on the can dish it out but can't take it kind of thing. I wonder if Dizzy works. Or I could just use the gun. But yeah, as you can see here, oh yeah, he has counter though, so you do want to be careful of physical attacks. Magic is probably the way to go. Also, he has this, which, yeah, thankfully that's been nerfed in Royal. They nerfed it because of Ryuji, but it's nerfed for enemies too, which always helps. I'm actually going to drop your attack just to make sure that things don't get too problematic, because I don't want to get too cocky here. And there's Futaba's support activating for the first time. Attack up's probably one of the better buffs we could get at this point. So now let's, this whole set is supposed to be about boosted chance of shock. Okay, we got a follow-up attack here. This is not a Hifumi follow-up though. Whose turn is, I think it's Joker's turn right now. Not sure how much damage this does to him. I don't know if he has some kind of a passive almighty. Yeah, his all-out attacks are not the way to go against him. I'm gonna try Makajama though. No, that missed outright. That's kind of rare actually. Okay, good that your attack's down though. And yeah, I was talking about earlier how I was wondering whether or not Makoto's Gaia Pact works on herself. Of course it works on herself, because Ryuji's Raging Temper works on himself. Maybe he just massively resists shock.
You look like you're ready to rule.
Let's go!
Make way for the Fist of the Phantom.
Get serious.
Sorry. Got him! All yours!
So I don't think I ever actually fully went over how the damage from Showtimes is calculated. I promised to talk about that during Kanashiro's Palace, but didn't end up doing it. Oh, he's not even down. Okay then.
That reference.
Going loud!
Now he is. So their almighty damage, and their damage is mainly calculated based on the party member's level, and the enemy's level and their endurance, but it ignores the user's stats and equipment. But its power is boosted by attack buffs and charge, and baton pass. So it is considered physical, but it's also kind of almighty, but it also does damage independently of stats and actually more based on level. It's kind of weird how Showtime damage works. Also, yes, they can do technical damage against enemies that are vulnerable to technical from physical, but they don't ever give one mores. And apparently, this guy's so generic that I'm just going to talk over his spiel with tutorials. Apparently, if the party is set to act freely, they'll sometimes just do showtimes on their own. Yeah, this is, in my opinion, the most boring Mementos target, but he does give you a charge skill card. And in fact, I can ask Yusuke to replicate that the next time I'm in a safe room, because I'm at rank 7 with him. Which is going to be, actually, yeah, something that I want to do. Because what I was thinking, I was actually, what I was doing in the Velvet Room was I was itemizing a lot of personas to free up space, and then I realized maybe I shouldn't do this, because I need to save some, that's a pretty embarrassing way to level up, actually. Not so much embarrassing, just a pretty anticlimactic, that's the word I was looking for. But yeah, basically, I felt like I could potentially run out of, blank cards that way. So I don't want to use up all of these. Oh, hey, we are at a rest area. Yeah, this part was running on long, so I kind of wanted one of these. But you know what? Firstly, since I just talked about that, I don't want to forget that later, so can you even do that in Mementos safe rooms, though? Maybe you have to be at the entrance to do that.
Well,
let's get the team conversation. It's kind of funny how Morgana in that outfit still doesn't really look ridiculous, because it's kind of on brand with how Morgana looks anyway.
Speaking of...
Yeah, why is this place a subway? There's no security meter in here either.
Hey.
Yeah, we can find out what this place really is when we get there.
What the hell?
Of course, we can't reach the bottom of there right now,
What are your thoughts?
obviously.
all right, let's get moving.
Okay, firstly though, want to grab this stamp. And then I'm gonna head back to the start. I've also realized I haven't yet done the, level 30 challenge battle, and I'm a little over level for that right now, so I probably should try that. Maybe even I'll start the next part with that, but I'll also change my outfits, and, yeah, Yusuke has a ... above his head, so let's show this
What's the
off.
matter? Yes.
Oh, you can't even do it in Mementos. Okay. I'm pretty sure that I have his Confidant at ranks. Yeah, I have him at rank 7. I have live painting. I guess it's only palaces. It's not mementos. So that's a shame. No extra charge cards. But yeah, I'll see you all next time for more of Mementos, as well as probably the next challenge battle, so see you all then. I did not even get an alarm that whole time, which is kind of weird, but I was deliberately avoiding fights, so I suppose that makes sense, and the Mementos fights don't actually count towards giving you an alarm, so, like the targets. So yeah, I'll see you all next time.